In the world again. I am Yolanda Minifield and welcome back to the Baby Mama Journals Daily. This is entry number 2 in this series of daily journal entries, I guess you can say, video uploads that I'm posting all things single parent. Yesterday I gave you an introduction about myself. I'm going to do that again today. And also today we're going to have our first discussion, our first topic. My discussion today is actually twofold, but we'll get into that in a second. I am Yolanda Minifield. I am a single mother of 7. Um, I am also a published author. Last year I wrote my memoirs, Life, Love, Liberation, in which I talked about everything from being molested by my father to my relationship with my mother, dropping out of high school. In this book, I really just go in depth about a lot of the experiences that are not only my story, but a lot of people like me growing up in urban neighborhoods, growing up without, both parents in the home, growing up with struggle and facing adversity, and just really the power of change and how you can grow up and out of a situation and you can choose to make the right choices and just the overall power of God. That book really just goes in depth. I use that book as a inspirational book for women and men, people all over who share my story, share some of my experiences. I also wrote in 2012, I created the Baby Mama Journals, in which I pretty much just try to talk about a lot of the stereotypes and myths that are out there about single parents, about baby mamas and baby daddies, some of the stereotypes that we ourselves have created, some of the stereotypes that are exactly that, they're just stereotypes. I really just go in depth about owning your truths, looking at yourself in the mirror, facing who we are, what we've done, owning, accepting what we've done, and just finding a way to move forward. I also created the Baby Mama Journals, the diary, which I use to talk to 7th and 8th graders, middle school students. I just try to encourage them to read and write. This diary is filled with quotes and inspirational sayings, daily affirmations that I myself use and that I try to just encourage others to use. It really helps as a tool of venting and releasing a lot of the stresses and adversities that we face. All of my books are available at Amazon.com. They're also available on CreateSpace. You can find the link here on my YouTube page. They're also available directly through me. I'll give you all of my contact information at the end of these videos, like I have been doing and will always do. Okay, so we're going to get into our first topic today. Like I said, my discussion today is going to be kind of twofold. I really want to kind of break the ice a little bit and jump right in to kind of an example of what we're going to be doing with these videos. I did get a few emails and messages yesterday, really just encouraging me to keep doing what I'm doing. I've had a lot of discussions with women and people throughout these last 2 years who have read my books and heard my story and share my story, who are just really encouraging me to find my voice and open my mouth and start talking and sharing and not to be afraid. And I have to say, I am not afraid. I'm not ashamed of who I am. I'm not afraid to talk about what I've done, where I am. It's really sad that at this point in time, being a parent, no matter how you became one, could be frowned upon because children are such a blessing, but it's something that our society has placed on us as a negative thing. The way you have your children nowadays is just kind of looked down on, it's frowned upon in certain aspects and in certain communities, which is shocking to me, but we'll actually get into that. Maybe not in this video, but soon, just the overall single parenting situation, because it's not frowned upon everywhere. And it doesn't actually only occur with African Americans and in African American communities. You'd be surprised some of the places who have rising and higher numbers of single parent households than African Americans here in the United States alone. So we'll get into that. at another time. I'm going to say that for another post. Like I told you yesterday, I'll try to stay on topic each day in each video because I can go all over the place. But so our topic today is the baby mama versus the child's mother. Basically, baby mama versus child's mother, or baby daddy versus child's father. I know a lot of you have used these terms and heard these terms, and you notice when people say these terms, they're used differently, or they come off as if they have different definitions. Well, they actually do. There's a huge difference when it comes to your baby mama or your baby daddy versus your child's mother or your child's father. And we're going to discuss some of those differences today. Being a single parent, regardless, is hard. It's tough. Um, it's a job. It's a full-time job. It takes a lot of dedication and scheduling and planning and sacrifice. It takes a lot of emotion. It takes um, it's a life-changing situation. No matter if you have one child, six children, if you're 16 or 54, being a single parent, being a parent in general is tough. Even when you have help, whether it's a spouse, the father or the mother there with you, or if you just happen to be blessed and built a community around your children, you still as an individual will find that there are just tough challenges that you face as a parent. Um, I want to say not too many of us choose to be single parents, but that's not really true. I know, only speaking for myself, I can say that I never chose to be a single mother. I never thought that I would be a single mother. I didn't grow up saying, despite all the adversity that I faced, oh, I'm just going to have kids one day and not build a family around them. Um, a lot of us know that the American dream, the white picket fence, the white house, the dog, the two children, it doesn't really happen. It's kind of void in our society at this point. There are such diverse families nowadays. It's kind of hard to say anymore what's right and what's wrong and what you're supposed to have. But I know as a child growing up, even with adversity that I faced, I did not never plan to be a parent. I actually never thought I'd be a parent at all. But here I am. One thing that I do believe is that we all have the power of choice. Some of us just have circumstances and I think I'm going to kind of get off topic here, but I'm going to try not to. Um, some of us, don't have certain choices and certain things that we do or may not have control of our environments. But at the end of the day, when you lay down with someone and share that part of you, knowing fully well of the consequences, that is a choice that you made. How you deal with the choice and the outcome of that choice is also a choice that you make. It has a lot to do. That's where your environment kicks in. That's where your upbringing kicks in. Is the way you deal with your choices and how you operate. Sometimes after the fact, sometimes before the fact. But I just really think that we all have the ability to exercise our power of choice in any situation. With that being said, let's get back on topic here. Baby mama versus child's mother. And I'm not specifically just saying women, because like I said, this relates to baby daddy versus child's father also, but I'm just gonna shorten it and use one term. Baby mama versus child's father. I'm sorry, baby mama versus child's mother. There are huge differences. Okay, there's differences when it comes to the personality, the attitude. I think the differences show for themselves, which is initially why the creation of the term baby mama is even in existence, or baby daddy is even in existence. Because in the urban communities, we have a tendency when something is so common to create slang term for it. Hence, baby mama, baby daddy. I think the behaviors and the attitudes of a certain group or certain type of people, women, initially led to the creation of the slang term baby mama. If you didn't know the definition of the term of baby mama, the term itself is slang. It's derogatory. It's used to describe the attitude and the behaviors of a woman who's had a child. Um, we're going to go a little bit back to the originality of that term also, or just the use of it in other countries. But in urban communities here in the United States, it was derived out of the negative attitude of children's mothers. Um, name any topic, pick any topic, any type of attitude or personality trait, and you will see the differences when it comes to your baby mama versus your child's mother. Um, for instance, if the father and the mother are no longer together and the father is with another female, the reactions from your baby mama versus your child's mother, whichever one you have, are different. The baby mama, let's go back. The child's mother, your relationship is over. She's probably at a point with herself, hopefully, where she's accepted the situation. She's fully focused on raising your children. She lives and breathes and dedicates her life to raising her children. She's so focused on getting up, getting them dressed, getting them bathed, getting them out to school, getting herself together, getting herself to work. While she's at work, she's scheduling her day from the time she leaves work to when she gets home, what she has to do, where she has to stop, what she has to get home, get dinner on the table, get homework done, get them bathed again, back in the bed, whatever the schedule consists of. On the weekends, she's making sure you're prepared to receive your children. You know, if things change, she's maybe a little upset, but she works around it. She's trying to keep the peace. She's trying to build a friendly relationship, a parenting relationship, and co-parent with you, no matter how dramatic or ridiculous you may be. She's so gathered within herself and trying to focus on getting herself together so that she can be healthy and right for her children, that she probably doesn't even have time in the day for drama. Her drama comes with her boss or her instructors or the lady at the store who just has attitude, she doesn't like her job, or just whatever the case may be. She's so caught up in raising her children and being the best possible parent that she can be, and trying to build positive relationships around her now decreased size family now that you're gone, trying to keep herself together so that she can possibly grow and find love again and build a new relationship for the betterment of her children, someone who can come into her family and her household to be a good, positive role model or person or figure for her children, that she doesn't have time in the day for drama. So no matter what you do on the outside, she trusts your judgment and hopes that you're just doing it with your children's, best interest in mind. I can go on and on and on. Pick a topic, there's differences. Your baby mama, on the other hand, is calling your phone all hours of the day and night. She's very disrespectful. She's rude. She probably smokes, drinks, and uses every curse word in the Sailor's Dictionary around your children and to you. She finds every possible waking moment to bring drama into your life. She probably isn't in school, can't keep a job, is probably sleeping with numerous people in her clique, and has numerous females around her who are filling her head, who are just as immature as she is, and who is filling her head with all the possible negative thoughts about you as a father, that she is taking every opportunity to bash you in front of your children and in front of her friends. She's probably been to court twice in the last month trying to check on her child support and sue you for more. She's probably living off of every piece of assistance she can imagine and has no career goals, is more worried about her Michael Kors purse and her Louis Vuitton shoes than she is about her child's haircut this week, or sitting down, taking the time to do homework with them. She probably has no structure, no schedule. Life is what it is, where she's at, and just I can go on and on and on again. There's differences. There's huge differences when it comes to a baby mama versus your child's mother. And I think a lot of the behaviors that you as a man or we as women see with our baby mamas and baby daddies or children's fathers and children's mothers is what drives those terms. You're either going to put somebody in the category of a baby mama and a baby daddy or in the category of a child's mother and a child's father. And that's within our own community. Unfortunately, in outside communities, they thrive so hard on just the negative aspect of, single parenting in urban communities, that we're all baby mamas and we're all baby daddies. But I think we know the difference. And I think what's important here is to act on the differences. Some of us are just going to be baby mamas and baby daddies. Some of us are just going to be that and nothing more. And let me just say, the same goes for baby daddies and your child's father. For instance, I am blessed and highly favored to have the best children's father for my children. We have the best relationship. We are divorced. We are best friends. We talk to each other about each other's relationships, each other's goals, each other's dreams, our children's dreams. We plan accordingly. We know everything that's going on with our children. It just goes on and on. He is my children's father. He has never been my baby daddy. Even when I was disgusted with him, he's never been my baby daddy. I just do not use those terms in that sense. I try not to create that around me or for my children, because I fully think that you speak things into fruition and into existence. And I would never speak having a baby daddies or being a baby mama into reality for myself or into my children's minds or into my own mind. I just never wanted to be that. I've always wanted to be the best mother that I could possibly be. I'm getting off track. As I was saying, when a situation occurs, let's say the mother is on point, the mother and father are no longer together, and you have a baby daddy. You have a new guy in your life. Your baby daddy is going to make sure that he lets that new guy in your life know that he is tough, he is hood, he will jack him up. It has nothing to do with your children, because he probably doesn't even spend time with your children, but he will know where your new man in your life is, where he's from, where he locates. He will make sure he blows your phone up and lets you know that he knows that nigga, that guy, that dude you got around his kids, but he's not around their kids. The new guy in your life could be taking care of your child, taking up for haircuts, buying his shoes, picking him up, dropping him off from school, being a positive man in his life. You're trying to build and grow and possibly get married, and your baby daddy is not having it. Same goes. Your child's father, if you're blessed and fortunate enough as I am, will call you on a regular to check on not only your children, but you also, and make sure that the new guy in your life is treating you right and doing you good, and will introduce himself to this man. And I mean, it just goes on and on. It's a more positive experience. There's just differences, huge differences when it comes to those terms. Um, excuse me one second. So that brings me to my next topic. Like I said, this discussion today was twofold, and I'm going to try to wrap this up here. Um, the glorified baby mama and baby daddy. I think this discussion is going to carry on into every video post more, because it's one of my biggest pet peeves, I guess you could say, when it comes to baby mamas. I do not like the whole glorified baby mama. And what I mean by that is the mindset that I see and hear when I'm around mothers, single mothers, when it's, I'm single. I'm a baby mama. That's my baby daddy. I do my kids. My kids is good. we got this and he got that, and my son don't rock nothing but the best, and I'm going shopping and I'm going to buy this Michael Kors, and oh my goodness, my phone, and my 10-year-old got a phone. Just a mess. It's just glorified. It's I don't need nobody, and I can do this by myself, and I ain't never had this, don't want this. I mean, come on. Really. My impression is probably horrible, but you get what I'm saying here. It's ridiculous to think that it's ridiculous to say that you never need anybody or never want anybody because you're a single mother. I don't care how where you come from, what's going on in your life. You could never possibly mean that. Yes, I had situations with my children's father where I despised him. We went through so much. Things were just ridiculous. People around us were feeding us things. I was young, I was dumb, I was stupid, but never for a moment did I ever feel like I wanted to be by myself. Yes, I knew I could do it by myself. I knew it was possible. I refused to have it any other way. Failure was not an option. Whether I had to get it and do it by myself or with the help of whomever, I was going to get that help. I was going to do that. I was going to make sure that, okay, he's out of my life. This is going to be tough. This is going to be hard. My children may suffer. Things may be different. But guess what? I'm not going to give up on love. I'm not going to give up on my family, my friends. I need to build a stronger community around my children. I need to make sure that my children's uncles and my uncles are positive male role models. I need to make sure that the guys in the neighborhood and the guys my children hang with are just as positive as I want them to be. It's just a different mindset. I do not like the glorified image of the baby mama. There's nothing cute about it. And I am a single mother. Let's be clear. It's never been cute for me to brag and boast about having as many children as I have. And yeah, I'm all that because I'm doing it by myself. No, I struggled harder. I cried longer. I prayed harder. I surrounded myself and my children with as many positive people I could possibly think of. And I continue to, because I'm still single, and never for a moment would I believe that I'm doing it by myself. Every time I went to the grocery store and used food stamps, I reminded myself that I wasn't doing it by myself. I thank God for the taxpayers when I couldn't pay taxes, who was helping me to feed my children and and house me in a sense, and be able to afford the clothes and the toiletries and necessities that I needed as a 17-year-old living in public housing with my children. There's no possible way I could have done that by myself. I don't care if I was buying a $12.99 Kmart purse or a Michael Kors. It didn't come from me myself at that point in that situation. So I guess what I'm saying is really just take a look at your surroundings and make sure that if you're glorifying what you're doing, I mean, we all deserve praise at some point, but make sure you're praising yourself and you're proud of yourself for the right reasons and the right things. Um, I don't regret any of my children. I do regret some of the choices I made when I had my children. Like I said, I never chose to be a single mother. I was in relationships I thought were healthy and lasting. They happened not to last or work out the way that I wanted to. And now today I'm a single mother, but I am proud of myself for taking the steps that I need to take to better my children's futures and to better my life now, and to just promote other people to be positive and create those chains of change that I talk about so much. We'll go on and on about that forever. I think I'm going to end this video here. I've said a lot today. So get in touch with me. Email me your topics, email me subjects, email me your opinions, write your statements, comments, and everything under this video here on YouTube or wherever you see this post. You can email me at ymfieldbmj@gmail.com. That's ymfield TheBMJ@gmail.com. You can reach me on Facebook, YM Field, Not Your Average BM. Like my Facebook page. That's the BM Journals, YM Field on Facebook. You can tweet me on Twitter at YM Field and also at the BM Journals. I am on Instagram under YM Field, and I blog lilolib at wordpress.com. That's LILOLIB at wordpress.com. You can find the links and everything on all those places for the books. Life, Love, Liberation is at createspace.com/3570617. The Baby Mama Journals is at createspace.com/3816315. And the Baby Mama Journals, the diary is at createspace.com/3816311. So please send your comments, send your suggestions. Like I said, these posts are not going to be for everybody. Everybody's not going to like what I have to say. I'm not going to like what everybody has to say about me, but hey, I'm an open book. I have nothing to hide. I'm not ashamed. I don't mind. Let's do it. Let's debate. Let's talk about it all. There's so much to talk about. I know I didn't touch every topic today, but just try to give you the gist of how I'm feeling. So I don't know. Let's see where this goes. Talk to you soon.